Rugby League is back.
Drum roll, please.
You're a true Warriors fan.
I have no recollection of that hot take.
We don't all have to agree.
It's good to be back.
They're just a really boring team.
Oh, partner.
Start winning some games.
I think there'll be a lot of changes to the team.
I've got them making the 8 for mine.
Let's go. Hello, folks, and welcome back to Advantage Line, TAB's Rugby League betting podcast. My name is Carl Tiley. That is Paul Mawate. Paul, I'm looking forward to a refreshed intro next year with some new hot takes and voice clips. I was just re-listening to that one.
Have we got any?
Well, I'm sure we do. We've got Nick Tedeschi on the panel every week, and there's plenty of hot takes. Hey, Teddy, how you going, man?
I'm great. I'm looking forward to next year starting the podcast on time and Paul being censored on the clip.
Keep this up. You might not be here next year.
And congratulations, raise the back, Carl. That's the 100th time I've been threatened to be fired this year.
One man who will be here is Ben Searle from Surly Talk Sport. Surly, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good. Appreciate that. Yeah, there's plenty of hot takes this year, that's for sure. And Teddy's led the way on 99% of them. And I have a feeling we've still got some more coming, the good, the bad, the ugly today. I think the Bulldogs might not be safe from feeling Teddy's wrath. So looking forward to it.
One in particular.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to kick things off. I've just realised.
Yep.
I've deleted some of my run sheet.
Perfect.
Good.
I'll tell you what,
That's
26
amazing,
is
seeing
gonna be great.
as the run sheet was written 45 minutes ago.
I have got a quiz to kickstart the show this week, and I had 5 questions. Now I've only got 3.
Oh, well.
So it's going to be a shorter quiz than what was... Actually, I remember one of the other questions, so we've got 4.
Do
All right.
Remember the answers?
I do. First question, around the room. No, not around the room. Your name's your buzzer. This is a speed round. The 4 teams remaining in the NRL Premiership this year, the Storm, the Sharks, the Broncos, the Panthers. How many premierships has each club won? Surly.
Storm 6, Sharks 1, Broncos 6, Panthers 6.
Teddy, Storm 4.
No. No.
Are we talking about the asterisks?
There's no asterisks
There's
here.
an asterisk.
There's enough.
It's fine. If you had an extra boat and a Lamborghini, it's all play on, mate. Come on.
No, I actually believe that they do count, so I'm with you.
Yeah. Well done, Surly. That's a good start. How many combined runner-up finishes have these clubs had?
Surly. Low double digit. I'm going to go 12.
Wow. 12 it is.
Surly.
Whoosh.
Where's the... Oh, it's not.
No.
Oh, no. Why is it not working? Oh, there we go.
Oh, I'll take that.
That sounds sarcastic with the gap in time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of the questions that has disappeared. Which of these 4 teams was the last to win the wooden spoon? Bonus points.
As in the most recent to win a wooden spoon?
Most recent.
Surly.
Get the year. Surly.
Broncos.
Correct. Do you know what year?
It was 21 or 22, wasn't it? I remember everyone throwing spoons at them at training.
It was 2020.
21.
Oh, 2020, was it?
Was it COVID?
Don't know, but
COVID spoon.
Just for those playing along at home, that's Surly, 3 from 3. Teddy, nothing.
I've never heard a question yet.
All right, here's the last one.
Teddy, Storm.
Close. The highest point scorers from each team are Cam Smith with 2,786 for the Storm. Steve Rogers, 1,255 for the Sharks. Corey Parker, 1,328 for the Broncos. And Nathan Cleary, 1,717 for the Panthers. What is the total of those 4 numbers added together?
Oh, crikey.
Those numbers again. 2786.
Yep.
1255.
Yep.
1328 1717.
Surly,
Silly, give it to me.
7,086.
Well done.
He just
Well
put that
done.
in his bloody calculator.
Well done. That's a clean sweep to Ben Searle.
No wonder he was so pro boats for the storm with that kind of flouting of the rules.
Mate, forget the grid. We're just doing random pop quizzes each week. This is great stuff.
The other question, I think I can remember the answers. The other question was, can you name the most capped player and highest try scorer from each team?
Teddy.
Teddy can have that. Yeah, there
Oh,
we
go
go.
Teddy.
For what, every team in the comp or just the 4 remaining teams?
Oh, yeah.
Every team in the
well,
comp.
These 4 teams, but if you can do all 7 teams.
Cameron Smith and Billy Slater.
Correct.
Most capped shark.
Gal.
Let's say Gal.
Yep,
Or Gallon. Top try scorer. This is only for Sharks, right?
correct.
I don't think Ronaldo's got there yet. I will say,
Steve, no.
yeah, I'll say Steve Rogers, but I'm not confident on that one. Oh no, ET. Andrew Cousin.
Yes.
We got left Broncos, most caps, Lockie.
Yep.
Top try scorer. Oh,
What if it's a
Dell or Renoff? I'm going to say.
Second one.
I'll say
Renouf.
Renoff, yeah.
Yep.
And we have Panthers, most capped Panther. Top try scorer for the Panthers, I will say
I was very surprised by this.
oh
Reece Wesser,
No.
Luke
not?
Rooney,
Isn't it? Wikipedia could be wrong here.
Luke Rooney, maybe. And most
Ryan
capped
Girdler? Oh, top point scorer.
Panther.
It's most capped Isaiah Yo.
Isaiah Yo, most capped.
Wow, I would not have got that.
Try scorer.
He's only 30. That's crazy, eh?
I was thinking Craig Gow would have been my guess, but
He's only 30.
Yeah, he turns 31 in November because I was getting ready to spray him for how old he is. But nah, I was like, nah, they're done next year. He'll be 35. Nah, there's no way.
he has looked 35 for 10 years.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Wikipedia has Nathan Cleary as top try scorer.
No, that's completely wrong.
Okay. Shout out to Wikipedia.
I think they've
Shut up.
combined Nathan and Ivan together.
Even if they combine Nathan and Ivan,
Still not
put in whoever else in the family, Luke Stewart and anyone else, they're not getting
Would
that.
Greg Alexander be close?
Brandy, no. He left though, didn't he? For the Wars.
Anyway, game's over.
Okay, I've just Googled it.
Anyway, game's over. as Paul said.
It was-
As Paul says.
It was Reece Wesser, 113.
I told you.
There we go. Got close. I don't think I'd have one, but yeah.
Good stuff. Surly knows his stuff. Everybody else doesn't.
Yep, starting up in the off season, lads.
Yeah.
All right.
Asterisk to that one.
Moving on to some big wins and some betting stuff.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys know on the call, Teddy and Surly, but us here at the TAB, we are getting absolutely stripped out every week in the NRL.
Punters need to win sometimes.
Not anymore, particularly on a Sunday at the moment. The Knights cost us an absolute bomb about 3 weeks in a row to round out the finals. Last week, the Raiders, Broncos, try scorers galore there. And then on Sunday, the Panthers game against your beloved Bulldogs, Teddy. We got hammered again. And I've picked out 4 bets to share of about 40,000.
well done, punters. Well done.
Well done.
Yep.
Particularly well done to this punter first. $7.55, Teddy, into 72,500.
1,000. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They had Liam Henry, who scored his 3rd try for the season.
Blaney boy.
Sorry?
The Blaney boy just down the road from me.
They had Brian To'o, Lockie Galvin, Jacob Preston, Paul Alamotti, and Bronfman Cherry. This next one, $100 into 9,500. Brian To'o, first try scorer.
Oh, ballsy.
Alamotti, anytime. Jacob Carraz, anytime. Panthers to win by 13 plus. $10 into 2,200. Dogs, total tries, over. Couldn't tell you what the number is, but they took the overs.
It's been like 2, wasn't it?
Matt Burton to score 10 plus points. McLean, Burton, and Alamotti to have 3 plus tries combined.
I don't think McLean had won, did he?
Nah, but Alamotti got 3 himself, so he covered it.
But amazing. Imagine if that's the way you got it.
I heard from the bookies if McLean won scored, then we would have been in all sorts of trouble.
The full sales sign would have been up on the front door.
Yeah.
Does it matter, like, because he's a Kiwi and, like, neutral fans, they just get on, like, a Kiwi centre?
Correct.
No.
I also think he's very popular in Australia. I just think players on try scoring streaks are very good. And he scored in, 12 of 13 or something like that.
Yeah. He's a good bet.
Continuing that multi over the total match tries, Lockie Galvin and Isaiah Papali'i. That was $10 into 2,200. And then this one, $50 into 23,700.
Come on.
Alamotti, first, second, or third try scorer. Alamotti, 2 or more tries. Preston, Papali'i, and Nathan Cleary, anytime. It's
When's my turn?
good stuff. It really is.
I often think with these multis, I think, well, how many $7.50s have you blown? Yeah, you finally got one. I'll tell you what, he hasn't blown $72,000 and $7.50. He is well ahead.
He hasn't blown $1,000.
Well ahead.
No.
And just to those the haters out there, we do not spend our time during the day making these bet slips up.
I love those comments, they're like, fake.
It's not fake. It's not AI generated. I do not have enough time in the day to do this podcast, let alone make these fake bet slips.
I reckon this Sunday, it's going to hit again too, because these Sunday Arvo games have been fruitful, and that game is set up for some try scorers.
I'll tell you what, we are in for Sunday afternoon games for a long, long time yet. The television ratings in Australia are through the roof, surpassing AFL in finals viewership. Record ratings the first 2 weeks. Everyone prefers daytime football, so buckle down, bookies, because the same game multis are going to be getting smashed. And the good thing is, it's only the Broncos and Panthers this Sunday as well, so no real notable try scorers in those games.
Yeah, 28 degrees at Suncorp. It's going to be
fast track.
Beautiful.
Bring back the early kickoff for grand final as well. Bring it back.
Nothing I hated more than the 8 o'clock kickoff when living in New Zealand for the grand final.
Yeah, not only because I want to go to bed, but just daytime footy. Grand final in the daytime. So good.
Daytime footy's all time.
So good. All right, Paulie, how do we go on the pod?
Let's start with Blake Ashford, who is desperately clinging to a positive balance.
I saw his best bet this week. What a coward.
His best bet, Raiders -5.5. His try scorer, Matthew Timoko.
He'll be lucky to play first grade again after his performance the other day.
Same game multi. Kaio Weeks to score a try. Mulitalo to score a try. Raiders to win. No good. His anything bet, Bulldogs to win by 1-12. No good. -150 for the week.
We love that.
Up $15 for the season.
Oh, wow.
Wasn't he up like 600?
What a fall from grace.
His biggest, I think I was, $654.25 back in round 13.
No wonder he hasn't been here for 3 weeks.
So he has fallen from grace.
Wow, eh?
Next up, our good friend Surly, who sometimes gets his bets in on time and sometimes doesn't, but he did last week because he was on the
pod. Yeah.
That's right. His best bet, the highest scoring side to be the Raiders at $2.05 for the round. No good. His try scorer, KL Edor, who basically got the ball tipped to him. He fell over the line with it.
Mate, that's up for try of the year. That was beautiful. That made me happy.
That was nice. His same game multi, Mulitalo to score a try, Ethan Strange to score a try, and either team to win by 1-12. That's a refund.
Yes.
Because Strange did not take part. And his anything bet, either game to go to Golden Point, no good. Surly was up $27.50 for the week. He is down $262.41 for the season.
Changes this week. Don't you worry.
Next up, Carl. Best bet, Raiders -5.5. Try scorer, Ethan Strange, refund. Same game multi. Panthers to win. To'o to score a try. Under 39.5 points.
I was going to say just the Panthers, but it still would have failed too.
And anything bet, Raiders to win by more than 10.5, and the other game to be won by either team by under 10.5. No good.
Wow, that was bad.
-$100 for the week. -$180.30 for the season.
Hey, Carl, the two greatest words in the English language: refund, refund.
Shout out
That was your win.
Teddy, best bet.
Refund.
Bulldogs +10.5. No good. Try scorer, Ethan Strange, refund. Same game multi. Raiders to win by 13 or more. Kaio Weeks to score a try. Ethan Strange to score a try.
Refund.
Best bet. Bulldogs +10.5. Is that?
Wow.
Was your? No,
I
sorry.
think my best bet was the under. My best bet was the under, I think.
Oh, under. Okay. Right.
That's all right.
-$75 for the week. Up $256.25 for the season.
Huge.
I'll be. My best bet this week will be Daly Messenger to score a try.
Refund. Just go someone on the extended bench that you know is not going to play. Yeah.
With the Newton Jets to cover the spread.
Yeah. I got Cobbo for 8 or more tries. That's my anything else.
My best bet was the Panthers to win into the Sharks to win at $3.30.
Oh, here he
Tick,
comes.
Tick.
Here he comes.
I love watching a horse race when you're on the last place horse. It comes charging home to it. One or two dying in the backside.
Try scorer, Zach Hosking, no good. Same game multi, KL Edel to score a try. Sharks to win. Jed Stewart to score a try. No good.
He conceded a few. Does that count?
Yeah, he did. Unfortunately, no.
Apparently, he's still trying to get home from the stadium. Ricky drove off, wouldn't take his son home. No Macca's drive-through for poor little Jed on the way home last week.
He doesn't need Macca's drive-through. Dad's already winning 15 first-grade games.
Yeah, true.
No upsizing the combo for Jed, unfortunately. Anything bet, same as Surly, which probably put the curse on it. Any game to go to Golden Point. I was up $15 for the week. I'm down something.
Go on, call it out.
$877.50 for the season. But I'm coming home. Look out.
Oh.
Wow. Sorry to the punters. Sorry to everyone.
Not me. Refund.
This is just another example, though, that it's not rigged. You know, like the bookies. We don't rig. We don't fake slips. We don't fake bets either. We're just losing.
On a week,
If anything, like you can't even make these losers up.
on a week where 99% of NRL punters collected with us.
Fortnight.
Us four managed to overall come up with a loss.
It's tough.
It's okay.
Yeah. All right.
Real quick review of last week. I've got a question around both games.
No good, bad, ugly.
We'll get to that in a sec. Raiders Sharks.
Yep.
A question that I want the conversation to be based around: are the Sharks the real deal? Go.
No.
No.
Not yet.
No, but their defence over the last 3 months has been a massive turning point for them. I think they've averaged 14 points conceded over the last 3 months, which is pretty elite.
But they've been playing absolutely nobody for the most part until they got to the finals. And like, yeah, they've certainly carried it over to the finals, but they've got an awful record against top 4 teams. They've got a shocking finals record. There's just absolutely no way they are part of the elite team. The elite teams' this competition. They just don't have the upside. Even like the Broncos, who have been down all year, at least have that upside when they play really well. I just don't think the Sharks have that.
I still cannot understand how the Sharks were only 6-0 down. Obviously, it was to do with their defense. Only 6-0 down after about 30 minutes of that match. They were struggling to complete a set of 6. The Raiders had so much possession and field position. And then in the last, 10 minutes of that first half, the Sharks pick up a couple of tries and go into the break with a lead. It was mad. The Raiders should have been up 18-0.
I don't think the Sharks played that well.
No,
I just think it
were
was more the Raiders. And I think if that Tamale try was given early, you might have seen the Raiders kick on from there because they needed to score points fast early just to get the crowd behind them, get the memories and the fatigue from the week before out of them. The longer it turned into an arm wrestle, the worse it got for the Raiders.
They were so wasteful, the Raiders, and that Tamale diving over from dummy half, that clear double movement, was just absolute stupidity. And it was that kind of stupidity and selfishness that cost the Raiders in the end. Like, you're 100% right. They needed to jump to an 18-0 lead. They don't an 18-0 lead. They win that 40-6. Like that's the kind of game it would have turned into. And it was when they let those tries in. That was shocking. When that try was stopped, disallowed because Hudson Young was lazy and stopped in the line. And in the second half, Simi Sasangi. It was just like, you know what, the Raiders are done. Like they're not doing the small things well, and that's how the Raiders have built their success this year on actually doing the small things well. You know, they were good on kick returns. They ran good lines. They were pushing up in support, all that kind of stuff. There was a break in the second half. No one was there to support Tom Starling. You know, it was just all those little things just weren't there for the Raiders. So, I kind of suspected this for a while, and I probably should have stuck with it. But I think that they may have been, well, they were definitely the beneficiaries of a soft draw, but may have been pretenders as well with what had gone on this year. So, yeah, I don't think that they're that crash hot now. And, yeah, one thing we've probably got to talk about is Jamal Fogarty. And he's choking in big games. Good luck, Anthony Seibold, because you're 100% knocking the best out of him because I reckon Ricky's glad to be done with him. And I love Fogarty, but he what we're seeing from him in the last few weeks with the missed kick against the Broncos, some of his kick choices on Saturday night were just perplexing.
And defensively, he's a massive spot, isn't he? He's a huge target to go. I think he missed 10 again on the weekend.
Anyone who lets Billy Burns run over the top of him to score a try, you know what? That's not a good sign.
That's the highlight for me for the Sharks. Teague Wilton, Billy Burns, Cole Hoon. Those are guys that most rugby league fans wouldn't like. Billy Burns sounds like a Simpsons character, and he is
not a good or important one.
No, and he's keeping Britton Nikita on the bench. He's actually been really good, but how are they in a prelim with that with that lock and edge combo? It's crazy.
Ethan Strange, he was a big out for the Raiders, to be fair.
Also, what were they doing announcing it so early? That was absolutely ridiculous from Ricky Short and the Raiders announcing it. He made the 24-hour cutoff. He was sick, and it was announced about 7 or 8 hours before kickoff. Give you the tip: if that's happening, you keep it quiet, and you announce it an hour before kickoff, and don't let them game plan for it.
Sanders couldn't come in, right?
Sanders could come in, and he chose to play Sasangi. Sanders was in the 19, and he didn't play him, which I thought was another absolutely ridiculous, uber conservative decision that heaped more pressure on Fogarty, someone who clearly can't handle it.
All right, next one: Dogs Panthers.
Wow. Should we let Teddy?
Feels like we could just give the Panthers the trophy now? Or were the Dogs that bad?
Bit of both.
Bit of both.
Go Teddy. Go Teddy.
We'll start with the good. Penrith were exceptional. Like Penrith, there's a reason Penrith have won 14 finals in a row. That's because they know what to do in big games and they did small things well. Like just their ability just to do quick shifts when the side breaks down one side of the field. Just those little things they just do really, really well, backing up, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that was for the first half, it was as perfect a game of football as you could have hoped. I just don't understand the Dogs' lack of energy in the game. And we'll get to this in the ugly, but some of the team choices were, we'll say perplexing now. I will let rip very soon, but it was incredibly poor. Anyone who wants to defend Jamin Salmon is off their head because he missed 9 first half tackles. 9 first half tackles that led to breakdowns in the middle of the line that nearly inevitably led to a try on the other side of the field. So, absolute madness. And one thing that hasn't been discussed nearly enough: how is Dylan Edwards not put in the sin bin for that clear professional foul a couple of minutes in? Like, he charged it down, had a free run at the line, he tackled him before he could get the ball. That's a professional foul every other week. James Graham's in trouble for calling Ashley Klein a bottomless git. I'll tell you the bottomless git is the idiot in the bunker who gets every game, Chris Butler. Absolute clown. Absolute gutless clown. Should have nothing to do with rugby league again. And again, gets two games in the bunker this week. It's an absolute cancer on the game.
There's your clip for the intro next year, Carl, right there.
I'm just looking to see on our little board here if we've got a clown like a... Oh, wow. Anyone else want to say anything, or we just move on?
Nah, just
Yeah,
Panthers
right.
methodical.
We'll go straight into the good, the bad, the ugly, because it sounds like he wants to wind up from the back fence here. Before he does, I'm going to start with some good. Nice and simple. This week's team lists. Like, all teams almost look like they've got their strongest names possible on paper. It just looks good. I'm really looking forward to... Oh, it's not there, pal. I'm really looking forward to a weekend.
I can't even read the small letters, to be fair.
Really looking forward to this weekend's footy. That's my good. Who wants to go next? Paul?
Well, obviously the Panthers, they were absolutely superb on the weekend, but I'll put them to the side for now. And I want a shout out to the WAS New South Wales Cup team, who were very, very good last weekend, although behind a paywall for some of us.
Who you won't pay $7 to watch? Is that what you're saying, Paul?
I had...
you watched the Darryl Trindle documentary.
I was otherwise engaged at the time. Thank you.
Silly?
Yeah, my good was also the Cup side, so no surprises there, but shout out to Nathan Cleary as well. Just that first 40 minutes that he put on was exceptional. And it was funny, I heard someone talking about the Bulldogs and how they tried to implement Penrith's defensive system against Penrith, and Cleary just knew how to pick it apart, and they referred it to like telling J.K. Rowling how to finish the Harry Potter books. You just can't tell the master, try and teach the master at their own game, and yeah, Cleary was outstanding.
How did Harry Potter
you can't, to be fair, you can't tell J.K. Rowling anything, including common decency.
There you go.
Hold on. But one, Nick Tedeschi telling us about competition. That's got me.
Stones, glass houses, stuff like that.
Lest we forget, Nathan Cleary, barely a first grader. Those were the famous words of one Nick Tedeschi.
That must be like the Holy Grail, because no one's ever found it, Paul. Despite much searching.
The deleted files, eh?
I'm not sure it's ever been said. If it was deleted based on Paul and I running the show at various points, it's been accidentally deleted.
No, it never went to air. Paulie hadn't hit record, eh?
Never made it. I reckon, Teddy, you're a big Harry Potter guy, are you?
Never read a single word of Harry Potter in my life. I don't like fantasy. I don't like dragons. I don't like zombies. I'm the only person who has never watched Game of Thrones.
Rugby league.
I could not have less of an interest in Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter seems boring as hell. Hard pass and all of that.
Rugby or Harry Potter?
Ooh.
Oh, Harry Potter. was.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure about that.
Okay, because we've had something come across our desk in recent weeks that we've been saving,
Yep.
and
This
we're
is
going to put it up on screen.
yeah behind us. It'll
in
be
the edit.
It's
I
gonna be
know,
up on
I know what's coming.
This is the
Show it up.
1997 under-15s Orange City Rugby Union team with one Nick Tedeschi in the lineup. Right there.
Oh,
Hang on.
so thin, so hairless.
Oh, wow.
There he
Hey,
is.
those are the same colours as Northcote almost. Not bad. Oh, that's Canterbury Rugby. Yeah.
So the point you're trying to stitch me up in kind of just has failed miserably because
And
I'm
it's
coming
not
from a place of knowledge. This isn't just like some random tackle on sport. This is a place of knowledge. And once the education came through as to how rugby unions treated rugby league over the years, it's really just solidified in my brain. So thank you for showing that, Paul.
No,
A big shout out to Fish as well for sending that photo. Anthony Salmon, well done. Also known as Herb.
What position did you play?
5'8".
5'8".
Yep.
Wow,
I reckon I made 0 tackles over my entire career.
Yeah, well, at 5'8", you're not supposed to make tackles. I'm right there with you, brother.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Something's gone wrong if you're making tackles at 5'8", mate. You need good flankers.
I don't like to talk rugby union, but back in the day when I didn't have the aversion I do now to it, the guy I based my game on was David Knox. Just kick the ball away and don't bother tackling.
Yeah, well, that's my motto is if in doubt, kick it out. So it sounds like we're pretty similar players there, Teddy.
Same. I'm happy to. I'll help us score 30, but they've got to score 31 to beat us.
Yeah.
Did this go how you expected, Paul?
this is exactly how I expected. This is it. So,
As my wife often says to me, you feel no shame, Tedeschi. You feel no shame.
oh, I expected that.
All right. Has everyone done their good?
No, but I agree with what's been said. Perfect, Penrith.
Good. Also good, that photo. Bad and great segue. Almost like we set it up. Marky Mark heading back to rugby union.
I think we think this is bad for very different reasons.
That's my bad. That's how I feel. My bad.
Yeah, it is bad. That's my bad as well. The rugby bloke signing with Union, he should be barred for life. And he shouldn't be allowed to play out his contract next year. And if I was in charge, he would be locked in a Fritzl-like basement and not allowed out. He is absolutely betrayed the game of rugby league. He's turned his back on it. You know what? It's a grey area whether you can come from rugby union to rugby league. But like, okay, there's been your Michael O'Connors and then Darryl Halligan. You've made the right choice. You've seen the light. Okay, I can cop that. You don't go the other way. Once you go from rugby league to rugby union, done for life.
Would you pick
and don't
the
say
Ashes?
this wasn't forecast on this podcast the entire year.
Would you pick him for the Ashes, Teddy?
For the Ashes, it would be an absolute disgrace. And I'll be cheering on England in every test. To be fair, I'm cheering on England every test now because Kevin Walters is the coach. But if that idiot plays, it's an absolute... It completely devalues the jersey. An utter disgrace. An absolute utter disgrace that he's picked. He shouldn't be... If the Roosters are feeding him, he shouldn't be picked in first grade next year. He should be running around in third grade Ron Massey Cup. That's what he should be doing. Absolutely.
Who gave that the thumbs up? There's your social clip. There's your social clip for this week. And the best part about it is you can hear the chair in the background just hanging on for dear life because Teddy's that furious. He's rattling around.
That's this week's pen clip. I'm worked up about this. I would like to think, and I've always thought Peter V'landys had a lot of bottle. He will really show some bottle this time and go, bugger restriction of trade. I'm barring you for life. You're done. You're copping what Sonny Bill Williams should have copped a decade ago. Life.
1997 Orange City under-15 rugby union team.
But I saw the light, Paul.
Someone stop this before we get in trouble. What's your bad, Paul?
Bad was the performance of the Bulldogs on the weekend. They looked like they'd given up almost from the kickoff. They had no energy whatsoever. Even when who was it? Was it Lockie that scored that try? they really didn't seem to have a game plan at all. That it was horrible. If you're a Bulldogs fan, that was horrible to watch. Was it horrible to watch, Teddy?
It was. It was. I'm holding back so I get to the ugly. It was.
He's flatlining after the gnawing into us, and it took all his emotion. He needs a break.
That was just a warm-up. That was nothing compared to what's coming.
Hey, you've got about 30 seconds to really think about this. Are you going to get up? Just be careful.
No more dungeon references. Should I do my bad and then Teddy can simmer? My bad is that there is 4 games of rugby league this weekend, and they've made somehow 2 of them clash. New South Wales Cup Grand Final and that Broncos-Panthers game clashes in time slots on the Sunday Arvo. Surely in the schedules, you find a way to not make that happen. That seems ridiculous to me. And what if the same clubs have been in both games? It would have been chaos too. So, yeah, sort it out. There's literally the Queensland Cup Grand Final, New South Wales Cup, the 2 prelims outside of the NRLW this weekend. How do you make 2 of those 4 games clash? It's ridiculous.
Good. Right, we'll go around the room. Ugly. We'll let Teddy just think about his for a second.
Been thinking about one for 3 days, Carl.
Well,
This sounds like a stern warning. Is HR in the background that I've seen just into the room?
I can just feel what's coming.
A cease and It's going to be a cease and desist.
And if that happens, there might be a cease and desist on this.
I promised our boss we wouldn't have one cease and desist this year. Yeah. We are at September, and we have not a single one.
Yeah, finals footy, Teddy. Time to step up. Finals footy. Do your best work, mate. Let's see it.
In fact, the first cease and desist might be against Paul Mawani for showing photos of me in a rugby union.
My ugly, 2 top 4 teams bundled out consecutive weeks. No good. Show some backbone.
No, I think that's great. I mean, for the comp.
No, it's not. I don't want to see Penrith win again.
Well,
buckle down.
Find a team to beat them.
Yeah. What's yours, Paul?
The ugly. It's the Brad Snyder tackle on was it Tupuanui? Look, this is going to be like what happened in the NFL when they started protecting quarterbacks because they were getting their knees taken out from under them. NRL aren't going to take this seriously until one of the halves, one of the big time players, gets his legs taken out from him and he's out for the rest of his career or for a significant part of a season.
It happened 20 years ago. It happened 20 years ago, and Steve Price took out Tony Kane.
Yes.
Remember when with Isaac Luke, was it Rangy Chase? He did it in the test. The cannonball. Yeah.
Yeah. Brutal.
I'm not suggesting Rangy Chase was a premier half, but
wasn't Super League.
It's one of the great try assists, that's for sure. Fair point.
Really?
My ugly is the Manly situation with Turbo. How do you offer him a contract and then come back a couple of days later and lower the money? I don't know about you guys, but if someone offered me a job and then came back 2 days later and was like, actually, would still love to offer you the job, but we've knocked off $100,000, I'll be like, yeah, nah, I'm good.
I'll tell you what, though. In the history of rugby league, Tony Maxwell would be a top 5 bad CEO. And this is including CEOs who run sex shops, CEOs who have been convicted of stealing groceries. This is right up there. This is right up there. But I say fair play to Turbo. Turbo is playing this as a master. If anyone thinks Turbo is seriously considering going to Super League, they are off their heads. This is a complete effort to get Anthony Seibold out of the job. It's wonderful. When Laurie Daly's rejecting your assistant coaching roles, there's some issues at Manly. There's some issues.
Well, and when you hire Adam O'Brien as your assistant, so if Seibold gets sacked, does O'Brien get the gig? That would be great to see.
I think it's great when bad clubs have really bad coaches and then go, you know what, we can go lower.
As a fan, it's not that great.
All right, Teddy, the floor is yours.
No, you've got 90 seconds. And I'm hovering the mouse over the mute button.
the self-mutilation of the Bulldogs in the back end of the year was utterly disgusting. To start Reid Marnie the other day, after having caused all the disruption in the world by dropping him, 2 or 3 weeks out from the finals, was absolutely moronic. If you're going to make a bad decision, at least have the bottle to stick with it when it's too late. Playing Jamin Salmon at lock, now there's something you'd stick with. Wow. How can you possibly play Jamin Salmon at lock? He missed 9 first-half tackles. The guy has the worst production of ESA. For some reason, Cameron Serrano thinks he's Isaiah Yeo. Like, honestly, Jamin Salmon would do well to get a job at Orange Sims 3rd grade. He's that bad. He has no business being there, no matter what great attitude or what a great club person he is. He is a terrible first grader. And to the clowns on social media comparing him to Tony Grimaldi and Steve Reardon, please, 2 legends of the game, 2 blokes who put 40 tackles up a game and tried their guts out every single play. Absolute stupidity. But what's really gotten to me? But even if Canterbury...
Was that just the entree, was it?
that was a little amuse-bouche to get us going. What has really got me about this is the refusal to admit or accept any fault. It is the denials from Cameron Serraldo, this supposed genius who put the Penrith defensive system in place, who had offered absolutely nothing. Like, Canterbury at their best could not have beaten Penrith the other day. No, no mistake about this. Is not an excuse for the defeat. But for him to come out and say, "Oh, we wouldn't change a thing," you wouldn't change a thing. Seriously, you wouldn't change a thing because you did. You put Reid Marnie back at hooker, and you put Toby Sexton over. You changed everything. You clearly would change a thing. You made 2 idiotic decisions there. And then for Phil Gould to say, "Oh, we did the right thing." Lachlan Galvin never played at halfback. He's been stitched up, blah, blah, blah. I've had no problem with Lachlan Galvin being in the side. I have a few question marks over his common sense up some of his plays the other day, but happy to accept that he might be the long-term future of the Bulldogs. But to say you didn't blow up this season for that is just ridiculous. Admit that you blew up the season. Admit that you destroyed Canterbury's first top 4 run in 13 years. And say we did it for the long-term future. People might be able to accept that. I can't accept the crap that's going on. And for then highlight Serraldo and Gould have been signed to extended contracts. Sickening. Absolutely sick. There's a reason Phil Gould did a very good job at Penrith in rebuilding, but then they didn't win a premiership with Phil Gould. They had to get rid of him. Okay, Phil Gould's done the rebuild at the Dogs. Now time for him to go.
Oh, wow. I thought that was very well measured.
I'll thank you.
I think you might have telegraphed that sound effect just quietly.
But that was just paragraph 1. He's got 4 more paragraphs. Keep going, Kitty.
You can read more from the couch at your Australian compatriot.
We don't have time. What we do have time for, though, is top 10. We're bringing it back after a week off last week. And we're going to go top 10 coaching changes. So this is when a new coach has come in and changed the fortunes of a club, perhaps someone like Serraldo to the Dogs. I don't know.
Well, Serraldo to the Dogs is actually mentioned as a positive when you consider who we replaced.
Oh, no. Be careful.
All right. I'll kick things off. I'm going to go pretty easy one. I think Craig Bellamy to the Storm 2003. After winning the 99 grand final, they're kind of mid-table battlers, and then they've missed the final since. That's I've said it plenty of times, but it must be nice to be a Melbourne Storm supporter. Must be nice.
He's the greatest coach in Australian sports history. But you can make a good case that he's one of the great coaches on the world stage. Because Mark Murray missed the finals the 2 previous years. Not only took a squad that was kind of, wasn't really filled with big names, but then, developed, definitely one immortal, possibly 2, and some of the great players of all time. Yeah, Cooper Cronk was a reserve grade centre lock. One of the great halfbacks. So, from a development, from a strategy, from a culture point of view, Craig Bellamy's.
That might be one of one of the most underrated parts of Ballon. Maybe it's not, but the ability to get the best out of those battlers.
Yep.
And when you say, Dane Nielsen playing Origin and giving great hope to teams that sign these players after they come from the Storm.
Oh,
And
that never goes well.
Yeah, believe me, I know.
The Adam Boyer effect.
Tim, you go next if you like.
Well, yeah, I'll have to go an obvious one as well, but Cleary to the Panthers, the second stint. It's rare they go that you go back home, but not only did Cleary go back and win 4 premierships, he kept his son Nathan there, which is huge because there was a lot of talk that Nathan Cleary was going to head to the West Tigers, and also notably Bellamy knocked back the West Tigers to take the Melbourne job, and now Cleary knocked back the West Tigers, take the Penrith job, and they've won about 15 premierships between them in the ensuing years. So, but won a political battle against Phil Gould, a rarely done thing. Forced Phil Gould out of Penrith. 4 premierships on the trot. Hard to knock Ivan Cleary second stint at Penrith. His first stint at Penrith was pretty good. So,
Silly.
I'm just going to throw out Webby. Why not? It's obviously incredibly biased, but 2 top 8 finishes in 3 years. We've got the Harold Matts winning the comp. We've got New South Wales Cup in the grand final. I think the structures, the culture, the systems he's brought in, albeit probably from Penrith, but the effect it's had on our club so far has been massive. And look, a lot of people question some of the decisions he makes, but I think the proof is in the pudding, and he's been a great get for us.
We won that, the best coach to pick up. We won that competition when we grabbed Webby. And if you have a look at what he had to work with when he came to the club after Nathan Brown, his tenure, where I think he had a 30-odd%.
Was that who he replaced? I forgot about that.
Well, Nathan Brown quit halfway through the season.
He didn't quit. I can tell you that.
Nathan Brown decided to leave halfway through the season, and Stacey sort of took over as a bit of a caretaker. But Nathan Brown's record was, I think, around the 30% mark.
Which was a vast improvement on his record at the previous club he was at.
Correct, yes. But that included that huge loss to the Storm. I can't remember. It was about 70 points, wasn't it? It was horrible.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying that the going from Nathan Brown to Andrew Webster is one of the biggest upticks in a short period of time. So that's why we did there.
I'm not going to veto it because Sterling's had no time to prepare. And it could well prove to be a top 10 pick of all time. You cannot say it's a top 10 pick after 2 years, 2 or 3 years. There's been some great changes when you ever think about it. There's been some great changes. And this is no knock on Webby because I think he's done a wonderful job there.
I get that. There probably has been a lot bigger and more impactful.
But you've had no time to prepare.
Hopefully the proof is in the pudding in the next 5 years or so.
I did have time to prepare early, and he was on my list too. So
great. That's the Warriors bias in us. But you could say like Fish wouldn't be here, Jet Cleary, these young Aussie guys that we're attracting to the club now that are in SG ball teams and things like that. I don't think they would come across if Webby wasn't here as well.
Paul,
I'm going to go with Jack Gibson going to the Parramatta Eels in 1981. And then
related to Mal Gibson?
I thought this was NRL year only.
Well, normally we try to, but you guys...
Are you going to veto that, Teddy?
No, I'm not going to veto it. It's one of the great changes. I'm not going to veto it, Paul. I respect you going back in time.
He took over from John Peard, who, to be fair to the man, had a 50% record the prior season. But Jack Gibson came in and then won the next 3 premierships and was very good at influencing the officials of the game, I believe.
Okay. If we're going to go back in time, let's go back in time faster.
Wow.
I'm going to go... This is for everyone. This is for everyone. I'm looking at the clock. We've still got a little bit to get through here. I'm going to go Ivan Cleary again, but this time to the Warriors in 2006. Don't laugh, Teddy. Don't you dare laugh.
Why don't we just make this the greatest Warriors coaching changes?
It's not the greatest Warriors coach. Ivan Cleary to the Warriors was great. Was a great change.
And then that mid-season sacking turned our season around. We went on a run, and it was too late to keep him.
Yeah. Only missed the 8 twice in 6-year stint. Made the grand final in 2011. Like as a Warriors fan, like there was pretty slim pickings over the years, and that period there, one of our greatest.
Highly agreed. Paulie, anything from 1942 to bring up? Are you happy?
Well, I'm going back to the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, this time with Tim Sheens going to the Canberra Raiders, where he won 3 premierships with the Raiders in 89, 90, and 94. Yep.
I've got a few Wayne Bennett to choose on. Seeing as I thought it was the NRL era only, I'm going to go Wayne Bennett to the Dragons in 2009. Otherwise, it would be Wayne Bennett to the Broncos in 88. But won a premiership, 2 minor premierships after replacing Nathan Brown. So very easy to look good when you're replacing Nathan Brown. But finally got the most out of a very talented Dragons roster.
I had that as well. I also have Trent Robinson to the Chooks in 2013.
Absolutely.
They lost the 2010 grand final, missed the 8 the next couple of years, and then won the comp 2013, 18.
And everyone hated the club because Brian Smith was in charge and had gone off him after a while, as they usually do. They won premiership first year, but 4 minor premierships and 3 premierships his first 6 or 7 years. And in 13 years, he's made the finals 12 times.
Yeah.
Top 4 8 times. He's a great coach, Robinson. And I reckon he does not get nearly the credit he deserves.
Yeah. We've got 2 more spots.
I've got one for you. Michael Hagan to the Knights in 2001. Replaced the Wok. Won a premiership in his first year. Only coached 6 seasons, made the finals in 4 of them. But since they've made the finals in 7 of 20 seasons.
Wow.
And they've got those 3 finals wins. So I know he had Joey there. So did the Wok. Didn't do much with him. So, Michael Hagan to the Knights, 2001.
Surly on no prep. Have you got anyone for our last spot?
Daniel Anderson to the Warriors.
Madge to the Kiwis. Madge to the Kiwis. What a guy. Madge to New South Wales. Madge to the Broncos if they win it this year.
Madge to the Tigers.
I did have Madge to the Bunnies.
He's very good at getting results.
I don't think anyone in South would say Madge to the Bunnies.
Well,
Madge to the Kiwis when we pump the Aussies in Hamilton.
A couple more to throw out. I'll let you guys decide. Haslett to Manly in 2003. Replaced Peter Sharp after the Northern Eagles debacle. 3 grand finals, 2 premierships. Paul Green to the Cowboys, 2014. Ended badly with his last few years, but made the final the first 4 years, 2 grand finals, club's only premiership. Hard to knock that. In hindsight, Holbrook to the Titans in 2020. Didn't do much with him, but did better than anyone else. And look at what went on before and after. He's looking pretty damn good now. Same with Sorrello to the Dogs in 2023.
Say the same about Benji to the Tigers then.
Haslett, man.
Wow. I'm so surprised.
Top 15.
So surprised.
All right. Let's go to the preview this week then. Melbourne Storm, $1.38. The Cronulla Sharks, $3.05. The line is 8.5. The total, 41.5. All the big dogs are back for Melbourne. They've got a great record against the Sharks. Teddy, what have you got for us?
Yeah, just looking at preliminary finals over the last 5 years. Just a few little notes here. Team with the week off, 10-0, 7 wins by 20 plus. Interstate teams, 0-1, lost by 20. Bottom 4 teams, 0-3, 2 of them lost by 20 plus. So I'm probably deviating on that a little bit, but not in this first game. I think this will be an absolute smash job. The Storm have a few issues at night. They covered us 42% at night. Other than that, everything lines up for a big Melbourne win, including that. They've won 8 of the last 11 against the Sharks, 7 of 8 at Amy. All their 7 wins have been by 16 plus. Covered 6 of the last 9 against the Sharks. They've scored 26 plus in 7 of the last 9. Melbourne covered 6 of 8 at Amy, 12 of 21 against top 8 teams, 6 of 8 off conceding 18 plus. The Sharks 9 and 17 against the spread against top 4 teams, 13 and 23 against the spread, scoring 30 plus. I'm all over the Storm in this one. I think the minus is going to grow and grow and grow. This will start double digits for sure. Storm in a big over spot, Sharks in a big under spot, so no real land the total here. These prelims have tended to finish around the 43, 44 mark. So no real push on that history either. So I will be backing the Storm and backing them at all the alternate minuses.
I love when your stats line up with my thinking. So good.
Lovely.
Surly, what do you reckon?
That 10-0 off the week off is huge, man. That is massive. Agree with Teddy's thinking Melbourne should be too strong for some try scorers. Harry Grant, 6 tries in his last 4 games against the Sharks. And Mulitalo, 4 tries in his last 5 games against the Storm. But that Harry Grant one, $4, could be a great shout there, something to factor in. But yeah, I just think Melbourne should be too good. I think they won't have been satisfied with how they've been playing either, which means there's zero chance for complacency. And if they can get through to a grand final and even win it from there off the back of their form over the last 6 weeks, which seems incredibly patchy for a side like that, then I think that would be a great result for them.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm confident. The last time you've brought up Harry Grant's stat, saying he's scored X amount in the last X games against X team, he has scored a try.
I would like to back that with 100% confidence. I'm not sure if I can, but I'm willing to back you in, and that has now changed my best try scorer bet, which we'll get to shortly.
What do you reckon, Paulie?
Are the Sharks missing a trick? There is Britain Nakora a 14. If you look at the other 3 sides in the finals, their 14 can play either in the halves or as a dummy half. Tyron Wishart for the Storm. We've got Ezra Mam, I think, in the 14 jersey for the Broncos. Brad Snyder, the 14 for the Panthers, where it's Britain Nakora for the Sharks. Are they missing a trick?
The Sharks spine has been together for every minute of the game this year, other than Braden Trindle missing in the last round. Kennedy played 26 games. Hines played 26 games. Trindle 25. Brayley 26. And Brayley plays 80 minutes. The only time they've been taken off is if in garbage time. I'm kind of with Fitzgibbon on this one. I think they would be wasting a spot playing utility there.
Yeah, hasn't Brayley played like 120-something games straight without injury? So
he's a more again.
Really?
Yeah, I've probably just done a number on him, but he's probably the most important player as well, behind someone like a Fanua Blake who can get them quick play the balls, because Brayley has been the key to them winning games. So yeah, I don't mind it. It's just crazy that Britain Nikora can't make the starting 13, right? Over the last couple of years, he's been one of the best attacking second rowers in the comp.
So you wouldn't be tempted to have an Atkinson on the bench there for the Sharks?
I think they tried that early in the year and just didn't really know how to get him into the game. I just don't think like. It's like needing something in an emergency. You never think you need it until you need it. You know, so like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying more often than not, you're going to have someone sitting there and playing 0 minutes. Whereas the way Cronulla try to win games is to beat you to the pack. I'm more surprised that Nikura's playing 14 and not 11, because he should be in the team ahead of Billy Burns.
Okay, next one. Broncos, $2.25. The Penrith Panthers, $1.65. The line is only 3.5. The total, 49.5. Panthers have won 5 straight against the Broncos, 8 of the last 10, and 4 straight at Suncorp. What else you got, Teddy?
Well, all the stuff I said about the team having the week off.
Sorry. Shush. Sorry.
I had it thrown to me and I was doing what I was
Wow,
HR.
Just shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth.
Here we go.
No, I saw this stat on social media. I can't remember who posted it, but Reece Walsh has never beaten
0-7.
Panthers.
He wouldn't be the only one in the comp, just quietly, who wouldn't have beaten him.
Probably not.
Just a couple of stats before I get into the history, just to kind of play on my mind in this one. Penrith have now won 14 straight finals. I haven't gone through history, but I'll dare say that's a record. And Nathan Cleary has won 26 straight day games dating back to 2019. Remarkable. Penrith have won 9 of the last 10 against the Broncos, won the last 6 at Suncorp. Brisbane have scored 13 or fewer in 9 of the last 10 meetings against the Panthers. These teams have met in 4 finals. Remarkably, Penrith have won 3, including the famous 2023 grand final. Broncos, who were a diabolical beating proposition in the first half of the year, have now covered 11 of their last 13. The 1913 against Brisbane Dog covered 6 or 7 at Suncorp. Unfortunately, Malcolm Maguire's 63 and 96 in his last 7 seasons.
Numbers getting bigger. Numbers getting bigger, Peter.
It's getting closer together, unfortunately. Just some numbers around Penrith, though. They've covered 22 of 33 against top 4 teams. They're 20 and 12 against the spread of conceding 20 plus. They've covered 16 and 27 interstate. They've covered 4 or 5 interstate as a favourite of less than 6. So, look, it's going to be a fool to take on Penrith for mine. You can make a very good case to the Broncos. I made my bet a long time ago on the Broncos. I've been proven wrong. I've never been sleep in it. But I am also pre-season. One of my best bets was a Storm Panthers grand final at about 750. So I'll be riding that hard. And I'm pretty confident Penrith and their experience can force a more rocks game out of Reece Walsh than a Diamonds game. Reece Walsh might be able to get away with some of the stuff he did against Canberra. Penrith's different gravy.
With changes certainly to the halves, with Reynolds coming in, Mann on the bench, does that change things for Walsh, you think?
I think the Broncos need to ensure that it doesn't, because I think the more times Walshy has his hands on the ball, he can be rocks or diamonds, but at the moment it's been diamonds and he needs the ball, especially if he's sweeping to that side of Blaise Talangi and Casey McLean. That's where the Broncos need to go all day. That's the only time the Dogs had any success, and with Ricky, Staggs, Walshy out the back, they could get some real pay from that. I like Ezra Mam at 14. I reckon once he comes on, I just let him run. He had one of the great grand final performances from an individual that no one will ever remember because they ended up losing. But if you can take the shackles off him and just let him do his thing as well, move Hunt to 9 there for a bit of a spell. Like, I think they have the team to do it, but losing Carrigan for me was probably the major blow, because I think Leota will go hard at Haas. They'll have plans for Payne, but not having Carrigan there as his running mate is really going to hurt them. I think this is going to be a great game, and I could see it going right down to the wire. But I think in those moments you want Cleary, and that's who Penrith have.
One stage, Ezra Mam traded $1.05 in running for Clough Churchill medal that year. $1.05.
Wow.
Wow. One of the great performances of the grand final, only to be done by the greatest performance in a grand final.
If he was $1.05, what price was Cleary at the time?
Big. They were down by, 14, 16, something like that?
Yes. True.
Well, I heard someone say the Panthers got out to 31s to win the comp this year at round 12 and they'll come in last. So if someone jumped on that, well done.
But someone's.
Yeah, wow.
Plenty of Penrith supporters backed them in the middle of the season. So
there was worry about whether they would make the 8. And they were in the 8. Whether they'd have enough time to make that, they were in the 8 by the end of Origin.
Yeah, they could afford to rest people so that it didn't matter. They didn't have the week off in finals.
I think I declared them dead after round 6.
There we go. We've already got...
Find the tapes.
Yes, we've got something ready for our
I'll
intro
own
next
up
year.
to that. I'll own up to that.
Yeah.
What do you reckon about this game, Paul?
Do the Broncos make a late change just before kickoff? Does Ezra come into the halves and they put Hunt in at hooker? Is there any sort of will by Madge to do?
Hunt's the reason that Walsh is going so good.
Maguire's a tinkerer, though.
Do you think that's more likely, or more likely Cobbo comes in?
I don't think Cobbo comes in. If there was a change, I don't think Hunt starts at hooker. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did make a change where the Hunt plays lock instead of Tyson Smoothie as an extra ball player, and then Mam comes in for that in that role. Would be my. I don't think it'll happen, but that's what I would say more likely. I think they've done a good job with Corey Pace starting hooker. I don't think that's changing anytime soon.
Interesting. Should we get to some betting?
Yeah, I think those stats that Teddy read out. What was it? 10-0, the team that's had the week off. I think
not always the home team either, because there was a few interstate COVID.
Yeah. So
That's about to change, though,
I
right?
think we're going to see a 1 in that column.
It's going to be 11 and
this
1.
weekend.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Betting. I'll start. My best bet this week, I'm going to take the Panthers over 4.5 tries at $1.88. Since I look back since round 18, they've averaged 5.5 tries per game. And I took out the game where their whole team changed. It didn't count. I think only twice they've scored, 3 times they've scored less than 5 tries in that period. So, Panthers over 4.5 tries.
Broncos don't try and stop tries either. They just try and score more than you.
Yeah, 100%. I can see this being, as you said before, daytime, a lot of tries. TAB could be in trouble here. Try scorer, Surly, you mentioned his name before, down that right edge for the Broncos, Katoni Staggs, $2.60. He's in some form. Same game multi, Storm head-to-head, Coates anytime, Katoa anytime, $4.40. And then anything else, I've got the Storm and the Panthers both to win by 13 plus at $7.40. Surly, you're up.
My best bet is Harry Grant, anytime try scorer at $4. It was not that 5 minutes ago. It was To'o first, second, or third, but I've changed it. Now watch To'o score first, second, or third. My try scorer is also Katoni Staggs at $2.60. My same game multi is Coates, Grant, and Storm at $6.88. And my anything else is a round 3 playoff special, either game to Golden Point. I'm going to run it back from last week. I'm thinking it's more likely the Sunday game, but let's see, $8.25.
Petty.
Unlike the previous leader, I'm not going to be shouldering arms this week. I'm going to be going for the going for the doctor, as they say. Best bet: Melbourne minus 8.5 $1.90. Try scorer Nathan Cleary, $3.30. Loves scoring final tries. Don't have the record in front of me, but has a great record in finals. Same game multi: Melbourne 19 plus. Eliasa Katoa try. Will Warbrick try, $9.33. And any other bet: Isaiah Papali'i try. Chips in New Zealand, it sounds like, just quite like that. Isaiah Papali'i tried $5. He has scored in 6 of his last 7 games. $5.
It's been crazy off the bench.
Is an insane price. He is a genuine $2.50 shot at the moment.
Yeah, just on that that Cleary try scorer one as well. I think over the last 4 games, he's outscored the Broncos combined. He scored 49 points. They've scored 48. And he's played them the last 4 times. So there you go.
Wow.
I'll pull out his finals while Paul reads his bets out. I'm sure they'll be complicated enough for me to go through every single finals game Nathan Cleary's played.
That just quickly, that Storm 19 plus, that was them to win by 19 plus?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say that alternative line would be $1.01.
Yeah.
That's a Blake Ashford bet.
To win 19 plus.
All right, what have you got?
My best bet, it's a double. Cronulla Sharks by 1 to 12 into the Panthers by 13 or more. That comes out at $12.60. My try scorer, KL Edel, to score a try at around $3.60. My same game multi, Panthers minus 3.5. Josiah Karapani to score a try. Isaac Tungle to score a try. Comes out at $11.16. And my anything bet, I went to the specials, the round 3 specials.
Try scorer bingo.
No, they haven't got it, unfortunately. So I'm going to go with the lowest scoring team. And the lowest scoring team for mine will be the Brisbane Broncos at $3.60.
Okay. Has your love or resurgence for the Sharks come on the back of us reading out your season bets a couple of weeks ago?
The grand final, but to be between the Cronulla Sharks and the Penrith Panthers?
Yeah.
Come on, Sharkies.
Teddy, have you got your stats to round us out?
Yeah, 9. Nathan Cleary scored 9 tries in his last 18 finals.
Not bad.
Well, for a guy who's north of $3 every time, that's a good bet.
Well,
Imagine if he was good at footy too.
Exactly. The bookies are probably going off the he's barely a third grader quote.
Nathan Cleary, Toby Sexton, who knows?
And with that, we'll do us for this week. Thank you to everyone for listening. Thank you, boys, for joining us. We'll be back next week to do it all again and preview the grand final.